Everybody. So sorry for keeping you guys. It's part of the things I suffer in the hands of Nsika, my elder brother. Okay, it's your tape, and I decided to call for this press conference. I'm just going to be reading this, and I'm going to be fast about it because you guys have been waiting so that you can go. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Okay. A press release by the Global Network for Sustainable Development. The noise about the purported OB leaked call unnecessary. We condemn in strong terms the unnecessary noise. Okay. We condemn in strong terms the unnecessary noise about the purported leaked audio conversation between the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, and the founder of the Living Faith Church, Bishop David Oyedepo. For the record, Obi's team has since discredited the said audio conversation. His media aide, Valentine Obeyem, made this clear in a statement on Sunday that his principal's conversation with Oyedepo was badly doctored. So why the noise? But even if the purported conversation were to be true, key political actors have made bigoted statements in both the past and in the present. And today, we see them in power, and no one has said anything about them. President Muhammadu Buhari, while contesting for the presidency, once said that the Muslims should not vote for Christians. And today, he sits comfortable as the president of our dear country, Nigeria. He even threatened that the dogs and the baboons would be soaked in blood should the election not be conducted as expected. Now the question is, who are the dogs and who are the baboons? These questions always come up. At the height of the tension over Muslim tickets, some Islamic clerics gathered and declared that it was a jihad, and Some Islamic clerics gathered and declared that it was a jihad, and if the Tinubu and Shetima lost the election, it would be a loss or defeat for Islam. Now, I ask this question: what is worse, perpetrating an evil or creating awareness about the evil being perpetrated? What is worse, waging a religious war or crying out that a religious war is being waged? What is worse, killing a people or crying that people are being killed? Those calling out Peter Obi today are nothing but a bunch of shameless hypocrites. That's my own words. And can you actually say that the Muslim ticket of the APC is of the religious interest to Nigeria? Was it religiously balanced? Was it also fair to equity in a religious climate like Nigeria? Can you say that it was conceived and executed in good faith? The actors of this evil plot bragged that it was a jihad. Is jihad not war? While religious bigotry is worse than Muslim ticket, which religious bigotry is worse than a Muslim ticket? Why are the architects of the same faith ticket not being ashamed today by the global public? It is the height of inhuman cruelty to beat a child and declare his tears illegal. To cut the skin and not expect it to bleed is rather insensitive. I also made this clear in our last press conference. Furthermore, Section 37 of the 1993 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, provided for the rights of privacy of citizens. Every citizen of Nigeria is entitled to their privacy, be it in their homes. Communications with people by way of letters, telephone, or telegraph is protected and guaranteed by the Constitution of our dear country, Nigeria. Those who leaked the purported telephone conversation acted in breach of a citizen's confidentiality and the right to privacy, and it is malicious, callous, and criminal for placing Obi's purported private conversation in the public domain. Those behind this act and behind the plot are liable to criminal prosecution. We are aware that the All Progressive Congress orchestrated this act, and which is also an act of blackmail to distract Nigerians from challenging the party's purchased victory at the last concluded presidential election. And from what I see online and what I've been seeing, I think the political parties have a role to play in this blackmail that is happening. Political scavengers like Femi Fani Kayode. I used to be a fan of FFK, but I'm shocked at what is happening now. And he didn't just hesitate to feast on such a stinking carcass of poorly scripted blackmail. The infamous politician, who has now become an infamous political almajiri, I called him that in a post I wrote some time ago. He used his office as the director of New Media APC Presidential Campaign Council to carry out similar dirty jobs before, especially against Tinubu's opponents. Why didn't anybody come out to say anything? It is regrettably that the so-called ruling party has reduced politicking in Nigeria to cheap blackmailing and throwing of tantrums. It is a pity that issue-based politics have been murdered in Nigeria by sycophants and desperate politicians who thrive on blackmails and character assassination. We don't want Nigeria to go down that way. It is a shame that a party that claimed to have won election has resulted to underhand practices and cheap blackmail against a purported loser instead of defending their victory in court. We are even more angered by Femi Fani Kayode, as you call him FFK, on his call to the security agencies to declare Peter Obi a master terrorist for purportedly describing the election as a religious war. If we are to be in a sane society, I think Femi Fani Kayode should be in the prison by now with all the things he's doing. But nobody is saying anything. Why? We also want to use this medium to ask the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, to press charges against those who leaked the doctored telephone conversation with Bishop Oyedepo. The leaked conversation is an invasion of his privacy. With incidents like this, one may be forced to ask if we are now safe in Nigeria to have private telephone conversations. We therefore call on the telecommunication companies in Nigeria to rise up to their responsibility of protecting their customers' privacy. Finally, we called on Nigerians to ignore the blackmail and focus on retrieving the mandate they gave to Peter Obi from those who stole it. The wishes of the people expressed at the poll can never be suppressed.
Our Christian brothers who are in the ruling party, they didn't copy from their Muslim brothers how they hold high their religious leaders. It is very easy for them to come out and discriminate those that we hold in high esteem. We are coming to tell them that enough is enough. They must not, by any guise, demonize our religious leaders. Therefore, we want to bring to the notice of Nigerians as an organization that Nigerians have all seen the APCs and its cohorts diverting our attention as a nation from the procured mandate of their presidential candidate, scavenging for fake AI, acclaimed leaked audio of Bishop Oyedepo and His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi. We saw all the shenanigans on rampage in the general election, yet the APC and its government are strategically positioned to fuel the inordinate criminal tendencies that visited Nigeria during the general election. We saw the maiming, rigging, voter suppression and intimidation, arson and ethnic profiling, killing, snatching of ballot boxes, police brutality, assault, aiding and abetting Agberos and their political godfathers. Above all, INEC went ahead and declared the already fraud election in favor of the ruling party at a cost yet to be fully investigated. Such a procured election result that both local and international observers were all disappointed, and even in the state of Kogi, we saw a horrible and terrible case where the Adavi local government chairman practically third voted ballot papers of the opposition with associated dangerous crime that engulfed the 2023 general election. For goodness sake, is election war? Now, today, the Daily Times just reported that about 88 people are killed during the 2023 general election. Nobody is arrested because it is perpetrated by the ruling party and its cohorts. If none of our family member is a victim, it is therefore easy to gloss over it and praise it as normal. These are what we watch the APC and its government defend like is normal, just like drinking water that is vital to the body. For us, it's not funny as an organization. It's about the development of our only country, the legacies we have to bequeath our children. We must be more responsible and be a nationalist that embrace and encourage fairness, equity, and justice, as it is what we owe the universe that hosts us and prosperity. We must reject the divisive tendencies of the ruling party, APC, and ignore all their charlatan approach to our electioneering process. Therefore, all Nigerians must rise against improper behavior in our politics and conduct themselves in the best possible manner in a way that we want our children to bequeath. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having time to listen to this video. I believe you understand this video very well. So what they are saying is, yes, the leaked audio of P2B's conversation with the Living Faith pastor, Bishop David Oyedepo, is nothing to be compared with what Buhari said. Not only Buhari, what so many politicians do say online. So why are they capitalizing on P2B's audio call? So that is the reason why they are warning everyone, especially the APC and the federal government, that they should be very careful about what they are saying about the leaked audio. Thank you so much.